Welcome aboard Bus 1. We're on our way to Washington, D.C., and we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. Gamers, introduce yourselves.
What's up, everybody? My name's Colin, and I'm here to win.
Okay, Colin's here to win. I'm John, and I'm here to watch Colin win.
I'm Reed, and I'm here to watch Colin win as well.
All right, glad we've got that out of the way. Does anyone have a guess as to what our topic could possibly be this fine
Sam, is this the
time
politics
of year?
Episode? Is this elections?
You're pretty close.
I was promised it was Transformers lore.
Oh,
You're right.
Baseball World Series team rosters going back to 1940.
I thought we were just going to talk about how bad the Yankees blew the World Series.
Well, I had to break my Transformers promise to Colin. Yes, the topic this week is the 2024 election.
All right, I'm
Not
going to see you later.
That's not contentious at all, Sam.
I know, right? Yeah. We're easing the controversy in here. Okay. The rules for this game are as follows. There are going to be 3 levels, each consisting of 5 questions. Level 1 questions are worth 1 electoral vote. Level 2 questions are worth 2 electoral votes, and so on. Whoever buzzes in first and answers correctly gets the electoral votes. For particularly difficult questions, I will give multiple choice options. However, if a player is able to correctly guess the answer before the multiple choice options are read, they will receive 1 congressional district electoral vote in addition to the full electoral vote value of the question.
It's like Maine.
It's like
just like Maine.
It's like our friends in Maine and Nebraska. Players, please keep track of your own standing in the Electoral College. And remember, no Googling. Oh no! In this episode, there will be one dreaded faithless elector, where I will give a fake answer to a question. Once per game, each player can challenge what I say is the correct answer. If a player correctly challenges the faithless elector, they are awarded 3 electoral votes. However, if a player incorrectly challenges the faithless elector, they lose 3 votes. Whoever has the most electoral votes at the end of the game wins the election, regardless of the popular vote. And that's our rules.
You'd think we just find the hell out of the faithless elector and just move on, but
I know,
here we
right?
are.
I have a question.
Yes, Colin.
Do you have to guess which one is the faithless elector? Or
So
can I not
usually we do it. Yes, you have to guess, and we're gonna play that way.
That's what I was afraid of.
It's an old John bullying tactic from way back, where at the end they force you to guess.
That's how it was last time I was on.
If we're all forced to guess, though, Colin, then it's just a -3 ding across the board, most likely. So
let's get started here. Level 1. This is the nuts and bolts of U.S. elections. Question 1. As you all should know, Election Day is on Tuesday, November 5th this year. What document states that Election Day must fall on the Tuesday next after the first Monday in November? John?
I'm pretty sure that's listed in the U.S. Constitution, Sam.
That is incorrect.
Oof.
Colin Reed, gonna buzz in?
No one else knows any other documents?
Okay, Colin.
This is going to be a long episode.
In the United States Code.
Yes, that's correct.
Boo.
So it's in the United States Code, specifically 2 USC Section 7. It was added in 1845. Congress decided that voting should occur on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, which was after the fall harvest, but before winter conditions made travel too difficult. So go figure.
That was the first question.
This is going to be rough, bud. This
To all
might not be for
listeners,
us.
do not read the U.S. Code.
Turn the
sucks.
episode
It's
off
awful.
now.
Don't read it.
Colin, I've just been on 28 USC Section 1332, the diversity, for federal court.
I love diversity.
Yeah.
I love CivPro. Sorry.
I love to complete diversity
noted
myself.
social justice warrior Colin. I love diversity.
I love diversity jurisdiction.
All right.
Man, that's so relatable for all of our listeners at home, gang.
I love
Phenomenal
Joinder.
job.
I understand what we're
all
talking
the
about.
Bus One listeners are big
generation.
fans of Joinder and
Oh,
Venue.
yeah. I love
Get in the comments to tell us how much you love Joinder and Venue.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Colin. You get our first electoral vote on the board.
Uh-oh.
Question 2. In addition to the presidency and control of the House of Representatives, control of the Senate is also up for grabs this year. How many Senate seats, including special elections, are up this year? Reed?
34.
That is correct. Good job, Reed. So we have 33 regularly scheduled elections, as well as the special election in Nebraska, where Pete Ricketts is running for a full term.
Looking at you, former Governor Pete Ricketts.
Yes.
He's here? How'd you get him on the podcast?
Come on. And our special guest.
The entire
Dan
United
Osborne.
States Congress.
All right.
All of them? We can't fit them in here.
Including the non-voting members from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And Guam and American Samoa.
Everyone's here.
The gang's all here. Okay. Question 3. There's been a lot of talk about the 7 key battleground states in this election, but let's shift our focus to the safe states. What state currently has the longest streak of voting for the Democratic Party's presidential candidate? John?
I'm going to say Minnesota, Sam.
That is correct. John gets the electoral vote. Does anyone know when Minnesota was last won by a Republican?
It was before 1984 because that was the one state that was blue in the Reagan
landslide.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Walter Mondale, so it was his home state, obviously, only won it by 3,000 votes. So Reagan came that close to a 50-state sweep, but
Way to go,
Minnesota
Fritz.
held out.
Way to hold him off, Fritz.
Yeah, right. So last one by Richard Nixon in 1972. He was the last one Republican to take Minnesota. So
I love Tricky Dick.
They can't lick our dick was yet another great Richard
And also
Nixon
Richard
campaign
Nixon
slogan.
is nice as well.
Yes. You read my mind, Reed. I was going to get to that eventually, but...
and that was the slogan that won him Minnesota.
Famously,
John.
that one.
Yes, yeah. So we're at 1 electoral vote apiece. This is going to be close.
I thought we were keeping track of our own points.
You are. I'm just.
How do you know?
I guess you're right. Okay. We'll never mention that again.
We won't know until the results are certified at the end.
Yes, right. I forget what December 4th or something like that. Okay. Question.
When certification happens?
Yeah.
On January 6th.
Well, I meant like when the electors from each state.
Just kind of
That date sounds oddly familiar.
Why might that be important, Sam?
I think I remember a certain formative historical event happening while I was at work.
You know the December 4th committee? Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, great cough. Thanks for the cough.
Question 4. Meanwhile, there are a whopping 9 states that are tied for the longest streak of voting for the Republican candidate for president.
Win bigly.
Using your pen and paper, do your best to name these 9 states. The one with the most correct wins.
Man, this is not
This is just presidential elections, not just gubernatorial, correct?
Just presidential, yes.
Alabama,
Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California.
You should write those down as your 9, by the way.
Honestly, some of those aren't horrible options.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I mean...
I have to make up a state.
Nova Scotia, famous United States.
Prince Edward Island.
Oh my gosh, do you know what I learned today?
Are you about to say something about Prince Edward Island, Sam?
No.
You're not in the 2024 U.S. politics episode.
Nova Scotia is what made me think of it. So John Oliver just did an episode all about Lee Greenwood. And Lee Greenwood, because he's such like a, he just wants to make
proud
money
to be
off
American.
of...
God bless you, Canada.
No, he remade God Bless the USA as God Bless Canada.
Bless you, Canada. Yes, it's such a banger.
It doesn't even rhyme. But it was like...
It's so funny.
Yeah, but he changes... It's like from the coast
What part
of
about
Nova
God bless
Scotia.
What part of God Bless the USA rhymes? Hold on. That doesn't rhyme. You can't be mad about that.
No. And defend her still today, because there ain't no doubt I love the saying, God bless the USA.
God bless you, Canada.
He doesn't say that, though. He says Canada.
He says Canada. He should make one about Michigan.
That's just how they say that
God bless the UP. God bless the UP.
God,
that would be
God
perfect.
bless the Upper Peninsula.
All right. Does everyone have their 9?
No.
I wrote down the names of 9 states, Sam.
I wrote down the current members of the United States Supreme Court. I heard 9, and that was just what I thought we were doing.
The 9 states Colin has written down in no particular order are Gorsuch, Barrett.
Number 1 is Chief Justice
John Roberts.
3 electoral votes allocated by Chief
Yes.
Justice John Roberts.
All right. So go ahead. I'll read them off and just check them off on your list to see how many you've got here. The
That's
answers
a smart way to
are.
do things, Sam.
Yeah. The answers
Go
are
slowly.
Idaho, Utah, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Wyoming.
Man, I
just love the live play-by-play.
I'd like
of
to
how
contend.
Colin is doing.
I'd like to contend Nebraska.
Okay.
Because Nebraska allocates a vote to the Democrats every once in a blue moon.
I was counting
is
the
therefore
statewide. The statewide.
Which is
I said the
therefore
state.
Did you say that? Did you say that? The state. Well, that's not. But like the state has a total. Back me up here, gang.
I did
Someone
not
jump
say-
in
I did
here.
not
NFL
say-
instant replay. Let's see it. Let's see it in slow-mo.
There are a whopping 9 states that are tied for the longest streak of voting for the Republican candidate for president. I'm sure there have
I don't
been
know.
some
I don't care
faithless
anymore.
Okay, well, fine. We won't count
That's
Nebraska.
okay.
Yet. So who had the most?
I had 5.
Colin had
I
3.
had 6.
Whoa.
Yeah, 3.
Good job, Reed.
All right, so Reed gets that electoral vote.
Reed, you want to tell us which
Yeah.
6 you had?
Yes, I had Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, and Nebraska.
Which were the wrong ones?
I put, I misspelled that, Alabama, Mississippi, and South Carolina.
I had Alabama, Mississippi.
I had
South
Alabama,
Carolina.
Mississippi, and I threw South Carolina, and I had Montana on there.
I had Montana on there. I was
I
really
thought
confident
Montana
in
was going to have one somewhere in there.
Montana.
Montana. I
Montana.
voted for Clinton once or twice. I
don't
be
know.
wrong.
I wasn't alive then. Okay, boomers.
And
like,
You guys
whatever.
really overestimate how much you pay attention to my
And I
job.
We're just kind of flying by the...
Okay. Last question of this round, question 5. Let's not forget that Kamala Harris could become our nation's first woman president.
I'm Kamala Harris. and I
Amazingly,
approve this
she's
message.
only the second woman in history to be nominated by one of the 2 major political parties. Who was the first woman?
Oh, I didn't mean to
Colin?
buzz.
I'm not reading the rest. You buzzed in.
Is it Hillary Clinton?
The first
No,
woman?
That's incorrect.
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Okay.
John, you buzzed
Okay.
in.
We're just going to try to game this out, okay? I'm going to say Sarah Palin.
No.
Oh, no, it wouldn't even be her. It would be, okay.
Yeah, I'll read the rest of the question for
Oh.
Reed. Who was the first woman to run for a major party's presidential nomination?
Oh, I thought it was win the
to
nomination.
Oh, to run.
Oh, I know who that is.
Can we take it back around after Reed guesses?
Yeah, Reed gets the
If Reed
first
doesn't get
crack.
it, okay.
Yep.
I forget her name, but it was in, like
Reed,
1932.
name a woman.
No.
Reed, name a woman.
Name a woman.
I think you're thinking of the first woman to serve in Congress.
No, I was thinking
It's
of
much
the first
later than
woman
32.
Never mind.
Okay, I'll clear John and Colin. Wasn't? Okay,
I'll give it up.
Damn it!
Colin.
Is it Shirley? I think her last name is
I-
Chisholm. I can't.
Okay,
I can't.
that would have been my
can't think
guess.
of her last name. I
That
totally
would have
thought
been
that
my
was her.
guess.
Close, but no cigar. That's incorrect. John.
I don't know. I don't know.
3 names. Does that help?
Sandra Day O'Connor.
I'll clear. I'll just keep giving clues. Senator from Maine, Republican.
Oh, fuck. No, it's not Olympia
Susan
Snow.
Collins.
It's someone else.
Bob Dole.
Gosh. Does one of her names start with an M, Sam?
No. Or yes, her first
Okay,
name does.
cool. Yes. Okay. God. I can see a picture of her in my mind, but I don't have her name on lock.
Anyone got it before I give the answer? I hate to leave
I
points
buzzed.
on the table.
I buzzed in.
Colin?
I buzzed in.
We're just gonna give him to the
Is
void.
it Billy Bob Thornton?
It's actually
woman.
William Jennings Bryan.
No, he died.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
All right. The answer is Margaret Chase Smith.
I don't know
Yep.
who that is.
Ran in
She was a
1964.
Republican senator from Maine.
Well, that's
I'm
close
pretty
to
sure
Shirley. Wow.
I'm pretty sure she. Well, yeah, time wise, I'm pretty sure she filled her widow's seat.
Yeah,
right?
she was
Or,
first
I guess-
elected to her husband's seat in the House.
Yeah, her husband's seat.
Then
after
won
he
the
passed
Senate.
away. Yeah.
Boy, she was awesome though. Like through the Joseph McCarthy years, she was the at long last Senator have you no shame. You know, she was awesome. So, didn't get anywhere in the nomination though. So, but first woman to run for a major party nomination. So. All right.
Someone stitched that clip in there so that the audience has an idea of what Sam's talking about.
I think we should just leave what Sam said.
I think that entire
Just play
question
that
should
clip
play
again.
as it did, which was complete chaos.
All right, that is
It was John and Colin naming women.
No, I named Billy Bob Thornton and Bob Dole.
And also, I threw William Jennings Bryan out there, so here we are.
All right, that is the end of round 1, everyone. Let's get an update on our electoral vote counts. Colin has
Number
1.
I also have 1.
2.
All right, now it's time for our audience question. Okay, do I just stop now because they're going to edit it in?
Hey guys, Steve Kornacki here to bring you the latest analysis of the audience question. Now, as some of you may have heard, last week's Halloween question was who is the largest producer of candy corn? And as you can tell by the latest polling data here, that is Brax Confections, which we're seeing that Mr. NYLT voted for that, so they will take home that one. But now for tonight's audience question, I'm wondering if any of you know the title of the book that I, Steve Kornacki, wrote in 2018. Again, what is the title of the book Steve Kornacki, me, wrote in 2018? Even if you don't know it, feel free to give it a wild guess. We'll be tabulating those results in the coming days before we call the winner next week. Of course, I hope you all are able to go out and vote today, and thank you for listening to Plus One Trivia. Maybe tell your undecided friends to take a listen if you like the show, and we'll be sure to stay on top of the latest trivia news. Back to you, Sam.
Level 2, these are worth 2 electoral votes. I cannot talk today.
Cool. Let's take it again. Let's take that one again.
Level 2, these questions are worth 2 electoral votes apiece. These are going to cover some headlines throughout the 2024 election cycle. Question 6. On October 1st, the election season took a brief hiatus to mark the occasion of Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday. Besides
Good job,
being the
Jimmy.
first U.S. president to become a centenarian, what other historic first did Jimmy Carter achieve? And this is a multiple choice question, but since you
didn't
guys
say that up front. You didn't let us know that there was options.
But if you guys,
maybe I wouldn't have buzzed
you can
if you
go
had
for
told
it.
me.
You can go for it, Colin.
Okay.
He's the first president to achieve the look of a shriveled peanut that was left out in
No.
the sun.
Have you seen pictures of George H.W. Bush? You know that's not true.
No, I would say Jimmy. I think Jimmy looks rougher.
Jimmy's
100-year-old
older.
Jimmy. I know.
Jimmy's older.
Okay.
I think
first
he achieved
shriveled
peak.
up-
I think he achieved peak peanut.
Completely true, but like first shriveled up little guy is definitely not. That moniker was taken.
All right.
Man with life sucked out
Unfortunately
of him.
incorrect. John, do you have a guess?
I'm gonna say first Georgian to ascend to the presidency, Sam.
True, but not what I'm looking for. So,
Damn. Well, I'll take the point. I'll
Sounds
take
like
the
he's
point
right.
anyway.
Sounds like he's still right.
first and
Sounds like
only,
I'm right.
first and only Georgian. So, yep. Reed, did you have a guess?
I believe he won a Nobel Prize for humanitarian work.
For being a shriveled up little raisin.
But so did Herbert Hoover, so that's not right.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
For that
Damn,
dance.
Unfortunately incorrect.
Totally just
Give the points to me then, Sam.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
you
go
wanna-
ahead and
you wanna
move
take it
on.
around?
Yeah, we'll read the multiple choice options here. A.
no farmer.
The first president to have both parents present at his inauguration. B. The first president to be born in a hospital. C. The only president to... I'll read the rest of the options.
alarming.
C. The only president to defeat an incumbent, then lose a bid for a second term. Or D. The only president to be born in the 1920s. John.
He was the first president to be born in a hospital.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
You can't tell me that. That's not right.
Reed.
Oh, I thought that was true. I'm gonna say
Cool,
that,
I'm challenging. Fun fact about me is that I'm challenging on this question.
Okay, John, you're challenging.
I'm challenging. He's the first president to be born in a hospital, Sam.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer.
Anyone else wants to challenge that?
Oh, I don't want to challenge it. Can I guess that both of his parents were there?
All right. Unfortunately, John did find me out on this one. He was the first president born in a hospital. So
Nice.
Actually, the first president to defeat an incumbent and then lose a bid for a second term was our lovely
Benjamin
Harrison. Yes,
Buried in my backyard.
beat Grover Cleveland and then lost for his bid for a second term. And then the only president to be
Grover
born in the
Cleveland.
1920s. Does anyone know the other one? There were two.
Is it Bush Sr.?
It was.
Yes.
It was Joe Biden. Okay.
Close.
No, he was born in 1884.
Okay. He was there when Melville wrote Moby Dick.
He was. He actually ghost authored it for him.
So
He wrote
John
the
gets
American
3
Code.
points for that one. 3 electoral votes.
Just 3?
Yes.
I don't also get the points for the question. Sometimes we do that. I don't know. I'm just. I'm
We'll
just
stick
trying
to
figure out
just
what
the
rules
challenge. Yeah.
are. Okay.
Just 3.
No.
So fun fact, George H.W. Bush was also born in 1924. So they were both shared that birth year. But they were the
Twinsies.
only 2 born in the 1920s. So moving on to question 7.
So far, I just want to point that out.
There's still time.
We've got some folks waiting in the wing.
Jimmy could come back.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
Second term for Jimmy.
I wonder how many total people left living born in the 1920s. It can't be that many.
And one of them is Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they range from early 90s to Jimmy. I think Jimmy might be the oldest person born in the 1920s.
Jimmy Carter, the oldest
Jimmy
one
is-
we've got left.
The bookend of that generation.
Jimmy's the bookend of the 1920s.
Alrighty. Question 7. The famous election prognosticator Alan Lichtman made waves this cycle when he predicted that Kamala Harris would win the White House. He has been right in calling every election since 1984, except 2000 when he predicted Al Gore would defeat George W. Bush. On what method did Lichtman derive his 13 keys to the presidency from? Oh, Reed?
He guessed.
This has got to be
I'm
a
not
multiple
Reed.
choice one, generally, right?
It is, but Reed buzzed in before I could say that.
Okay.
Reed?
I'm just making sure, because you don't tell me that.
What are the keys?
No.
No, what method?
Where did he derive the keys from the method?
He vibed it out.
Does Reed know
He vibed
the
it out.
answer to that?
He wiggles his toes and honks his nose, and that's how he knows.
Colin found another surprise challenge question. That's the right answer.
I met him personally, and that's what he said.
That's what he meant when he said that Nate Silver has no idea how to turn the keys.
I
He's
know,
not wiggling
right?
his toes or honking his nose.
All right. So here's the choices. A, blackjack betting odds. B, hurricane path forecasting. C, World Series handicapping. Or D, earthquake prediction. John,
I want to say World Series handicapping, Sam.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Reed,
Hurricanes.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Colin?
Come on, Colin, 50-50, buddy.
Blackjack. Blackjack.
I'm sorry, that's
Points
incorrect.
for the void. Points
No,
for
I
the
said
void.
the other one. No,
Points
cut
for the
it
void.
and edit it in post. I said answer choice D. 2
Put
points,
that
please.
together. Colin actually said earthquakes backwards.
Earthquakes. There we go. Edit that.
Unfortunately-
and then-
Nope.
Unfortunately, no one gets the points from that one, but yes, it was earthquake prediction.
How do you
Developed
do that?
with Russian geophysicist Vladimir
so that's
Kailis-Borak
why.
in 1981. Based off of methods that he used for earthquake prediction. So there you go. The
Are-
13
are
keys.
Telling me
Earthquakes,
that
like-
one of our most predictive models is a geophysicist.
A Russian
When did earthquakes
geophysicist.
obtain
Yeah.
suffrage? I didn't know the earthquake vote was such a major determining factor.
Whenever the big one hits San Francisco, we'll find out.
Aren't earthquakes famously unpredictable?
But the Russians are trying.
Yeah.
But then you look at where it hit, and you're like,
Yeah.
but then you look at where it hit, and you're like, obviously, Kamala Harris is going to win the White House.
This is how I knew that Jimmy Carter was destined to lose.
That sounds like the most
That's
smug,
such
like
crockery.
know-it-all. Like, can you imagine? Someone was like, "Did you see Oregon got hit by a 6.1?" They're like, I just called
I gotta
the
go
election.
play some bets. I gotta go play some bets on Polymarket.
That is the most. Oh my gosh, that guy would get punched in the face in high school. That's the smuggest thing.
The San Andreas Fault just ripped apart all of California. No point in voting this year.
Obama's got it, guys. How do you figure that out?
I don't know.
It's not real.
He has a real way,
Keys, baby.
He
If I didn't already-
convenes.
If I didn't
He
already
convenes with
challenge a
aliens.
question, I would challenge this question.
It's real. Okay. Question 8. On July 13th, President Trump was nearly killed at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania when a gunman shot at him. Trump, however, is not the only president to have a close brush with death. How did Andrew Jackson survive his assassination attempt? Colin?
Horrifying.
His assassin approached him with 2 pistols. Neither of them fired, which was later examined and was almost a complete statistical impossibility that neither pistol would fire. Jackson then proceeded to beat his would-be assassin with his cane. He beat him to near death, to the point where his aides had to physically pull the president off of his would-be assassin because he was beating his ass so much.
I mean, that's a reasonable response to almost being shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
twice.
absolutely. It's just so perfect that it's him, the man who was just like, I'll just kill whatever I can get
sure.
my hands on.
Including this guy.
Yeah, he was, like that happened. He was like, oh, this is perfect. And just immediately started.
That's a secret. He's always angry.
Literally. He's turning green. They're like, get off him.
Green?
That's what color you turn when you
green.
Andrew Jackson is turning into the Hulk. That's
what color you turn when you beat someone to near death with a cane.
I thought that's what color Andrew Jackson turned.
Colin,
all
you hit
making
the
sense
nail on the
now.
head with that one. +2. Good job.
Strong work, Colin.
It's word for word what Sam had written down, actually.
I'm wondering if
Inflection
Colin
and
has the
everything.
script. Yeah.
Well, because Colin has to win.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Yeah, we know that. Okay.
I'm legally required.
Question 9. A mere 8 days after the attempted assassination of Trump, President Biden shook the political world once again by announcing on Twitter that he would not stand for re-election. Who was the last president who was eligible to serve a second term but declined to run? John?
I believe it's LBJ, right? It's Lyndon Johnson.
Yes, that's correct. So,
Lyndon
in
Baines.
Read?
I think you could argue that Jimmy Carter declined to run this time around.
That's true.
In 2024, Jimmy Carter declined to run.
It was a major upset in the political world
Wow.
when Jimmy got on that podium and he went,
Jimmy Carter didn't decide to get up. I've decided
As he stood
to step
there with an
aside.
open mouth.
I'll see you in 2028.
Still more coherent than Biden.
I have the best interests of the country in mind, which is why I won't seek the nomination for 2024.
This is a fast forward to Colin on his deathbed. This is what Colin's going to sound like. What is happening?
Reed,
Why do
that
you
was.
sound like the Godfather?
I almost want to give Reed points for that. but
that I am to accept the presidential nomination.
John gets 2 for
That's
that
how it
one.
works.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, last question of this round. Here we go. Question 10.
We were both right.
Reed, I was technically right when I said Jimmy Carter was Georgian. So
Yes, that's
we're playing the Sam script today.
yes. I mean, Colin is. So.
Half my answers have just been what I think is funny.
And it's working well for you so far.
Yep. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the son of former Attorney General Bobby Kennedy and nephew of former President John F. Kennedy, briefly mounted an independent bid for president this year before dropping out and endorsing Trump. Including RFK Jr. himself, how many members of the Kennedy family have run for the office of president? Closest wins. Colin.
4.
Okay. John.
I'm going to go lower than Colin, and I'll say 3.
Okay. Reed.
I was going to say more, Colin.
What'd you say,
I'm
Reed?
going to say 5. I'm going to say 5, but I'm also going to say
Box him
that
out.
I disliked your use of the word mounted.
You know,
Robert
Mount, like,
RFK
like mount a
Jr.
campaign?
mounted. It was like
It's like all those polls you see nowadays. They're just like Kamala edges Trump, and it's just like, what are you saying?
Yeah,
What
Sam,
are
there's
you
a lot of
saying?
things I mount. None of them are a campaign.
Like Trump tops Biden in latest poll. It's like, whoa, slow down there, buddy.
Trump straddles Harris in Pennsylvania.
And
Well,
isn't like wasn't one of the problems with RFK was that he did mount a reporter recently?
Wait, really?
That's a real thing that happened.
Oh
Yes.
my
There was-
gosh! Wait. Oh
there
my
was
gosh! Can someone
a
send
New
me
York
a link
reporter
after
that
the?
he was
afterwards?
involved with.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
I can
I'd love to read
hook you up with
Please
that,
send me
Colin.
That
Just
sounds
like
so
RFK
funny.
hooked up with that reporter.
okay. Actually, Colin is right on the money here.
Yes,
It's
I am.
4.
I can name
Good
all
job.
4.
Go ahead. That'd be awesome.
We'll do that.
It's JFK,
Yep.
whose head
FDR.
just did that. RFK, whose torso just did that.
Right here in Indianapolis too.
RFK Jr., whose brain was eaten by a worm.
Yep.
And Ted Kennedy, whose tumors appeared
Girlfriend
by
and
miraculous.
Whose girlfriend and car just did that.
Yeah, his girlfriend and car just did that.
That's 4. He's listed 4, Sam. RFK Jr., Ted Kennedy, and
Shit.
JFK.
No, I
my
messed
gosh,
up the
is John
script
right?
again.
But wait,
Reed.
Ted.
Reed is right.
There you go.
Wait, who's the
Who
fifth?
else? Who else?
This is the one that I didn't know. Sergeant
Caroline Kennedy, Dark Horse. Sarge.
Sergeant Shriver, RFK's uncle by marriage, ran in
That's not a
1976. He's part of the Kennedy
He's part
family.
of the Klan.
Yep.
He's part of the Klan.
I
So
never heard
Reed
that
gets 2. Wow. Good job,
I only
Reed.
know about him because he's referenced in Merrily We Roll Along.
I want it on record that I won. I won those points, and you saw Sam. You saw Sam at 3 a.m. He changed the point tally.
It's
and
10:10
ripped
p.m.
Rip those away from me.
Stop the steal.
This is like the first time a recount has
Actually, worked
Changed
out in
the
anybody's
outcome.
favor
I believe there were hanging chads on the Kennedy totals.
on those 2 points.
Our
okay.
Eastern European listeners are going to be so confused.
Turns out everything about Sarge was just like a smudge on Sam's screen that looked exactly like the rest of that sentence.
But we talked about Albania earlier, so the Eastern Europeans
We
are
did.
good. Yeah.
They're eating. They're eating. Actually, Southeast.
Is
It's like the
Albania,
Balkans.
is
It's like this-
Albania
it's like the
Eastern
Balkans.
European?
Oh, come on.
Would they accept that?
Get in the comments.
It's over there. Yeah. Yeah. Drop a comment. That should be the audience
Tell me what
question.
you think about
People
the
of
old borders of
Albania,
Yugoslavia.
let us hear your cries.
We need to hear from you.
Enver Hoxha is dead. He cannot hold you back. Speak your truth, people of Albania.
Well, that was the last question of this round.
A non-zero number of our listenership, the Albanians.
So let's get an update on electoral votes. Colin?
Oh, I have 3.
Say it out loud. Yeah, this is primarily an audio medium, Colin. I hate to break it
I
to you.
don't know. I'm on film.
Wait, did you get a question in this round?
He did.
Yeah.
He
I
beat a
described
man to
in
death with a
vivid
cane.
detail to you the attempted assassination of Andrew Jackson.
He painted a word picture where
Okay,
he
so
beat
you
a
have-
man to death.
Okay, so you marked that down for 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I have
good.
3 points.
Okay,
I'm
all
about to take another thing away from Colin.
What else are you going to retroactively? What other late night ballots do you have to drop in the box, Sam?
Maricopa County just released results, and Colin is actually no longer on this episode. he's a statistical anomaly at this point.
I'm going to get edited out, and there's just like long pauses in the audio.
the Supreme Court
redacted.
removed Colin from this ballot.
There's just like giggles. There's giggles, and then like it's back to the question.
Colin explaining Andrew Jackson's assassination attempt. It's just the three
Just
of
all
us
of us
like,
going like, yeah!
all right, so Colin has 3, John.
I have 6.
Okay, and Reed.
I have 4.
All right, pretty close, pretty close.
It's a close race, yeah.
So for our little ad break, this is the best thing I could come up with, but does anyone have any predictions? Doesn't matter how broad or narrow for the election next week that hopefully you can be so right and everyone will listen back at this episode and be like, oh my gosh. Colin, any to share? Yes.
Jeb Bush, at least 312 electoral votes.
At least landslide.
Honestly, I do see the ghost of Ross Perot maybe upsetting and very narrowly carrying the electoral college. But I think no matter what, Jeb Bush wins.
Soda!
Obama.
Soda!
All right, well, we'll have to see, I guess. You never know.
Reed, what's your prediction?
Yeah, Reed, you got anything?
Nope.
Not even that, Jimmy Carter 2028 political resurgence?
Oh, I like that one. All right. I think Jimmy
can
Carter
steal that
is gonna run for senator of Georgia in 2022.
Against?
Against
It's against radical liberal Raphael Warnock.
Raphael Warnock.
I heard that both are vulnerable to a primary opponent.
Especially when they're 102-year-old. It's like Chuck Grassley all over again.
I've always been told by people that they want someone older.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
we need more wisdom in
universal.
Congress. That's the problem, is that everybody goes to bed too late. People need to be like going to bed 4 p.m., waking up at 3, going for a light run on the treadmill, eating some pudding, and then getting down to the business of the American people.
I think generally that's a consensus. People want someone in Congress or the presidency who was born before The Great Gatsby was published.
Yeah, 1910s. Let's get someone from the 1910s in there.
There's one of them. Jimmy just bookends the 20s. He doesn't bookend the 10s.
Oh my god.
All right, well, those are some interesting predictions. Now it's time to move on to the final round. Level 3, these are worth 3 electoral votes apiece. Question 11. In 2000, former Governor Mel Carnahan defeated incumbent Senator John Ashcroft, who would later become the U.S. Attorney General, in Missouri's U.S. Senate race. In doing so, Carnahan became the first person elected to the Senate who blank. John.
He was dead, Sam.
That's correct. Good job. So
that man was not alive. Which message will resonate with voters?
Yes. So first and only person elected to the Senate after death. He died in a plane crash 20 days before the election, so there was no time to change his name on the ballot. His wife, Jean Carnahan, agreed to take the seat if he won, which he did. However, she lost a bid for a full term just 2 years later. So sad.
Who did she lose to? Who replaced her?
The Republican that Claire McCaskill eventually beat.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Bob Odenkirk.
a Republican.
Not Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk as he appears in Little Women. Oh, God, what was his name?
Jim Talent.
Oh, that's not who I thought it was at all. Okay.
But then Claire McCaskill
Neat.
picked up the seat in 2006. So there you go. Anyway, Reed.
Yep. I had no idea how...
Yep.
Go on.
I just had no idea how common plane crashes were until I started studying politics.
Mary
a
Pelto's
lot of
husband,
Alaskans.
yes.
Yeah.
Most Alaskans go
Most
missing.
Alaskans.
Half the Begich
Apparently.
family has died from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The deep state. They get them when they're young.
Did Don Young die of natural causes? Because if so, that's impressive.
Fun fact: he died on a plane. It wasn't a crash. He just died
He was
on a
shot
plane.
and killed on the plane.
Did you not hear
he
that?
stopped. No, he stopped.
That's not true.
He stopped the
Stop lying
hijacking.
to me.
No, he did.
Stop talking to me.
I'm telling you. Honest to God.
I mean, hey, if there was any person who would stop a hijacking like while in flight, it would be the guy who.
Well, he didn't stop it. He was just killed attempting to stop it.
Who threatened Speaker of the House John Boehner with a knife on the floor of Congress? Like, sure,
What
send
a hero.
that guy up to the cockpit. It's fair.
All right. So John gets those 3. Oh boy, he's pulling away.
Are we still on this question?
No, I'm winning.
Yeah, Colin's winning actually.
Okay.
We're waiting on the overseas ballots to come
Yes, the provisionals. The provisionals will come in.
The
It'll be
provisionals,
fine.
the
Yes.
provisionals.
I'm quite popular
Yes.
among
We're
those
waiting-
people.
We're
I'll
waiting
win
for Bryce's.
handsomely.
We're waiting for Bryce's vote to come in from overseas.
Yeah. All right. Question 12. Boy, 2000 was such a crazy election year. Al Gore lost the state of Florida and thus the election to George W. Bush by only 537 votes out of over 6 million cast. Many analyses fault the infamous butterfly ballot in Palm Beach County with a confusing layout and instructions for costing Gore the state. What third-party candidate received over 2,000 votes in Palm Beach County, likely as a result of the butterfly ballot? John.
I'm gonna say Ralph Nader.
Ooh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Reed.
Did Ross Perot come back?
Ross Perot, take it again. Ross Perot, return.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect.
That giant sucking sound you hear is Ross Perot taking 2,000 votes out of the state of Florida.
I think it was classic old boot on the head, Mr. Supreme.
Furman Supreme.
Okay, no.
I was in the same room as that man.
Nice. Good job, Reed.
Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. Very jealous.
Do you have multiple choice for that, Sam?
I'll put some in because you guys are. I don't think you'll get it. So,
Oh,
Thanks.
Great. You guys are idiots. I'll give you some options.
You sound like my dad talking to me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Is it somebody that's currently a third-party member on this one?
no,
Or like someone we know. Is it a person we've heard of?
probably. He was
Have
pretty
I met
nuts.
them?
He also challenged H.W. Bush for the nomination.
Was it
Okay,
Pat
John?
Buchanan?
Yes, there you go.
I
That
don't
was
know who that is.
clutch. As
He's crazy.
He ran for the
He's
Reform
crazy.
Party. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
And
how do you want to do points for that? Do you want to do half points for that? You want to do no points for that?
no, I
What
think
am
you get
what
the
am I writing
normal
down here?
value of the question. 3.
I think it's equally divided amongst
I-
me and Reed had Reform Party and
Like
don't think you-
Nebraska.
Yes, this is Nebraska.
All right. I've
cut
given
up those
myself 3
electoral
electoral
votes.
votes.
Yes. So, fun fact: Pat Buchanan actually ran at double his percentage of all the other counties in Palm Beach County. So it's pretty likely that Gore lost because of him. So
Buchanan
figure.
meant him.
yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm sure Pat Buchanan was happy about that.
yeah. All right. Oh, geez. Okay, John's doing
Oh,
pretty well
come
here.
on.
Come on, guys. We got 3 questions left. You can
Do
pull
you
it
not
out.
want? Do you not want me to possibly?
I just wanted it to
Jeez.
be close. I want it to be close.
he's nowhere near my lead according to my records. I mean, I called some people up and they agreed to be electors for me, and I think I have 47 points.
Yeah.
I've actually got a different guy over here who's been scoring this whole thing.
I have some
a
folks who will
completely different
vouch for
way.
me in the United States Congress, and they say I
Aiden
have. They say I
walks
won
in
big.
from the side with just like data he's collating.
You know, and all I need is 11,779.
Extra electoral votes from
Well,
Sam.
no,
for
I
this
don't
to
need
go
that
a different
many,
way.
but you know, like I think just
it'd
enough.
work. That'd
I just
help.
need Sam. I just need you to come up with the math here to get me another 12 points, and I think I'm back in the race.
We'll see about that.
I don't think there's 12 points left in the game.
Oh, well.
There are in my book.
Okay, fair. Okay. If you're asking me.
Okay, we still have 3 questions left. Someone could
We do.
start
There's-
pulling
there's 9
away.
points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
Just stop the count.
Yeah.
No. Keep the count going.
Declare me. Certify me.
No.
Love me.
I haven't stuffed ballots yet. No, don't stop the count. I'm
Okay.
not ready.
Colin feverishly checking over the script.
Hey, Sam, can you relink me to that Google Doc? And
My internet went out really quickly. Can you?
Colin's lost his script. All right. Question 13. Since its implementation in 1975, Nevada is the only state to have a none of these candidates option for every race on their ballot. Closest wins. How many times has the none option won statewide in Nevada? Reed.
0.
Okay. John.
3.
Okay. And Colin?
Say like
1.
16, Colin.
37.
Every cycle! Harry Reid only!
The machine! So
If you're not
37?
Steve Sisolak,
No,
I don't want to vote for you.
Oh, 1.
37!
Drive a hard bargain, Sam. I'm locked in at 37.
Unfortunately, John gets that one. It's 4.
Ooh!
I'm surprised, Reed, you didn't remember. So Nikki Haley this year lost to none of these candidates in the primary.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
Oh, okay. So, got it. I thought it was.
Look at all that attention I
This is
didn't
gonna
pay. Catching up with me.
This is
That,
No, this is gonna
that
sound so
wasn't competitive
stupid.
at all.
No, I thought it was. How many times has it won?
I thought it was like
outright.
1-1.
It has-
Like,
no,
I
it
thought
has
there was like an
outright.
actual, yeah.
First place.
We're sending nobody!
Well, no,
That's what I thought.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, but like, Reid
What were
thought
the
like
other two?
won a
I'm very
general
curious.
election.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
a
was the
general
race
election.
for governor, and none of the above like won.
Okay. Well, I will say
Did that
so.
actually happen?
Well, so the provision statewide is if the none option wins, it's the actual candidate with the most votes who wins. So it doesn't really mean
Okay.
anything. So there would never be a none, like our governor
It's just
is
like
blank.
it's like a you get the seat, but just know we think you suck option.
Sure.
Look at the voice of the people being trampled in the state of Nevada.
Yes.
Just
So-
make them hold the election again.
Speaking of weird Nevada things, Sam, did the people of Nevada vote no on Jill Stein yet? Have they voted to put her down? So, for our listeners at home who don't
it's
know,
so
Jill
bad, yeah.
Stein and the Green Party accidentally filed incorrectly in the state of Nevada and didn't end up putting a presidential candidate on the ballot, but filed her as a referendum. So you get to vote yes or no on Green Party candidate Jill Stein.
Jill Stein ?
Jill Stein? No!
I would love if
all
that was
it
the
is.
ballot language. Jill Stein.
Jill Stein? What do
Yes,
you think?
no.
What are we feeling?
Shall Jill Stein? Yes,
Jill,
no.
Jill Stein?
Whereas Jill
Just
Stein.
statewide temperature check. Jill Stein?
Oh,
what are you
boy.
thinking? Audience question, yes or no? Jill Stein?
Albanian viewers, Jill Stein.
Can we have
Jill
like the Got Milk logo, but say Jill Stein ?
Jill Stein. It's Jill
Jill
Stein
Stein?
with a milk mustache, and it just says Jill Stein.
Oh, you guys are cracking me up. So the 4 races that it was.
Thanks, Sam. We tried hard, Sam.
You guys are cracking me up.
You got y'all
Now
are
to
so
the ad
silly.
read.
Not for this
to the
nerd
ad
shit.
So the answer was 4. It was a 1978 Republican Secretary of State primary, a 1986 Democratic Treasurer primary, 2014 Democratic Gubernatorial primary, and the 2024 Republican Presidential primary. Nikki Haley
Y'all
lost
forgot
to
about
none.
the Democratic. Y'all forgot about the Democratic Treasurer primary.
I know.
Rookie
That was the
stuff.
one I was thinking of.
That's actually what you had.
I
had that written down.
Trust me, I had my finger on that pulse.
But not Nikki Haley's banner loss
I don't know who that is.
in your lifetime.
She sounds
I
nice.
do want to. We'll never know. I do want to.
I'm gonna be over here.
I do want to legally change my name to none of the above and file in Nevada.
Run, kind of Pat Buchanan your way into office there.
Yeah, how would they differentiate you? They put
And that
actual
works.
candidate in parentheses.
It would say none of the above. Yeah, it would say none of the above Democratic candidate.
Yeah, right.
Run with no party affiliation, Reed. Then they'll just have no idea.
None of the above independent.
IND. They're like, huh. I don't know what that
What is
means.
happening here?
I'll vote for that.
Okay.
Did you say Pat Buchanan your way in there as if Pat Buchanan won?
I'm saying use ballot confusion to receive political gain.
Receive votes. Yeah. Pat Buchanan mounted
like
the
that-
state of Florida.
There are not a lot of reasons to emulate Pat Buchanan, Reed.
I was like, that famously did not work for Pat Buchanan.
Noted
that great
former president of the
43rd
United States,
president,
Pat Buchanan.
Pat Buchanan takes all of Florida.
Jeb!
All right, we've got 2 questions left. Question 14. Although the colors red for Republican and blue for Democratic seem commonplace, they're actually a fairly recent development from the 1984 election, when CBS selected the colors for Reagan and Mondale. How did CBS justify this selection? And this is a multiple choice question. Okay.
Fuck, if you had said that just a little bit
It
earlier.
was red for Reagan.
Wow, yes. I'm going to give you 4 because I'm feeling generous. So
That was multiple choice?
yes.
Oh.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I don't know about you, but it personally irritates me how our colors are different from the rest of the world.
I think
Blue
what
should be
pisses me
conservative.
off. I think what pisses me off is that Blue and Mondale don't go together like Reagan and.
That was,
They
it's
should have
actually
just
Samuel.
picked magenta or something like
Red for Reagan and maroon for Mondale.
Sam, you're actually wrong. They were like blue for Mondale and R for, oh, that makes way more sense.
Oh, true. So Colin gets 4 for that one. Good job, Colin.
Historically, that worked out because if it was like the alliteration matched with the name of the candidate who didn't win, we would be a lot more confused.
Because who knows who Fritz Mondale is anymore?
Yeah, right.
He died recently,
Wow.
didn't he?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes, he
Sam,
did.
sorry.
He did.
Was it that recent?
I was amazed by how, like, it was like in the last, 4 years.
He was hijacking a plane in Alaska.
And Don Young.
It was right after he shot and killed Don.
Man, American politics, a lot of people have a lot of concerns about the future of American democracy. The real threat is our politicians getting on knife fights in airplanes.
It happens, yeah. Okay. Hard to believe.
kind of a Yevgeny Prigozhin situation our politics really doesn't like. Thanks, Colin.
I remember
Thanks,
that. I remember
Colin.
that when
Thanks,
Don
Colin
Young
Only.
attempted to overthrow the government with a
Marching
small
troops
legion
on
of
Moscow.
mercenaries.
Marching troops on Moscow.
and then
And then he was exploded in a plane.
and then John Boehner was like, "You're all right, kid," and they came to a mutual agreement. And then he just blew up.
in a plane.
You know that thing that planes do, blow up every once in a while with no outside interference. They just explode.
Happens.
I saw that in my small print on my airline ticket. Warning.
The plane might blow up if Putin
Warning,
wants it
Russian
to.
dissident passengers increase risk of spontaneous explosion.
There's just something about the aura of a Russian dissident passenger that makes planes a little bit more volatile.
And what was the airline, just so we can make an ad for it later?
American.
Got it.
Spirit.
No, it was American.
It was American.
It was definitely American.
It was Ryanair.
It was Ryan. For our Albanian viewers, that's a funny joke.
We have to do this. Okay. Question
We have
15.
one question left.
We have one question left. All to play for here. Question 15. In the 1820 election, incumbent President James Monroe carried all 23 states in his bid for re-election. What prevented him from becoming the second president to win the Electoral College unanimously? This is multiple choice. Oh, okay, Colin.
Oh, okay, cool.
He had a faithless elector vote against him.
That's right. Good job, Colin.
Can I
Do
be
you know-
more specific?
Well, Colin, do you want to be more specific?
What do you mean more specific? I got the question right.
There was a reason the faithless elector voted against
Yes,
him.
but Colin got the question.
Yeah,
The call
but
of the
can I,
question
can I
correct.
get, like,
so
Can I-
Because
Can I get like
guy-
a spiritual point?
the faithless elector loved George Washington too much, and he was
George
like,
Washington.
I don't want him to be on par with GW. And then he was like, we need a little bit of competition here. And then he was shot and killed by Walter Mondale.
Does anyone know who the faithful selector voted for? A future
Wasn't it
president?
the other candidate?
No.
A future president. No.
Was it John Quincy Adams?
Yes. Jeez, Colin.
There you go. Hey.
I want to give him
Guessed.
3 for that. I can't. Okay.
Well, 4. You give him 4 for that.
Sure. Yeah. Colin, you get 4.
I'm going to give you 3 for that. The allotted points
you
for
are
the
gonna
question.
Well, and you did it without multiple choice.
Don't you feel lucky, sport? You got 3 points for the 3-point question.
So yeah, Colin gets 3 for that.
Well,
John,
didn't he get 4 because he did it? He did it without.
Yes. Sorry, Colin gets 4. What I meant was I wanted to give him 3 for knowing John Quincy Adams. That's just so impressive. But
No, yeah,
that's fine.
Oh, wait, you were going to give him 3 for
Wait, so I
knowing?
get 7?
I still don't think you would catch John, but
No, even if
John,
even
what are
if
you
we,
at?
I'm at 15. If we give you
Oh
3
my
more,
God.
you'd be at 14.
Gosh.
No, you're
I'm
not.
at 16.
You're
I am.
not. No,
I
you're
am.
not. Not
Colin-
by my count. Not by my
Colin,
count.
he'll vouch for me. The Secretary of State of Pennsylvania verified my count, sir. I think you'll
No,
find
I don't think
that
so.
am the,
I don't think so.
I think you'll find
I don't think so.
I won the crucial swing states of Arizona and Pennsylvania
I don't
and
think
Wisconsin
so.
and Michigan. Wait till my House of Representatives majorities prove you wrong, sir.
That's okay. As your winner, though, I do accept the office of president, and as president-elect of Bus One, I appreciate the faith that our podcast listeners and
yeah.
other
So let's
crew
get a
members
final.
puts in me.
I guess this is January 6th now, and we're counting the electoral votes. So, Colin, how many you got?
Well, Crony Media is going to tell you I have 11 points, but if you in your heart know, as a red-blooded patriotic American, I have 16.
27.
I have 47 points.
Just go up.
All right.
I have an unquestionable mandate from the United States public to run Bus One.
Oh, you're running things now?
Yes, I'm in charge.
So we know John has 15. Reed, how many you
I
got?
have 15.
I have 4, but I do intend on declaring victory early, like Pete Buttigieg on Iowa.
Reed, I think that's enough to get you ballot access nationwide next time. I think you maintain third-party status.
Well, I have 11.
I have 11. I have 15.
Reed has 4. You have 15.
I have 15. So I think that puts him over 2%.
You have 50%. So
You have 50%.
There's
I have 50%.
There's no majority. So I think it has
That's
to
not
go.
how the EV works.
No, it does. It does.
Oh,
This is how
wait,
it goes. So,
no. Now it goes to the House, decided by
It goes
state
to the House.
delegation.
it goes to our faithful Albanian listeners here at Bus One. Please.
Sam, haven't you ever heard of a fucking odd number? Jeez.
It sounds like the real winner is you, the listener, because you get to vote Colin Patrick for winner of the Bus One podcast.
So,
Do you want to utilize ranked choice voting and break up my 4?
Amongst your supporters, give it to the second choice. Even if all 4 went to Colin, it would still be tied.
And we'd still be deadlocked. And then Alexander Hamilton would pull ahead for me and totally give me this election. And then you would shoot and kill him later in revenge.
Reed, what are your supporters' second choices?
Jill Stein.
All 4 to Jill Stein.
And then Mary Peltola of Alaska.
There you go.
Neither of those are my name.
I know, right? I didn't change my name for either of those.
so on those facts,
And then none of the above.
congratulations
None of the
to
above.
President-elect of the Bus, John, and Vice President Colin Patrick. So
President.
we haven't done
drop
the
the
12th
vice.
Amendment, huh? We
Drop
haven't
the
done the
vice.
12th Amendment yet.
yeah, we're pre
12th Amendment here on
yeah,
this one.
yeah, that's the rules. So, Reed, you get
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
Yeah, sure. Hey, we can give
Secretary
you
of the
How about-
Bus.
Reed, how about Secretary of the Interior?
That would be an honor of a
There
lifetime.
you go. Hey. We've got that going for us.
Okay. I just wanted to give a quick plug before we end our episode here. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for participating. But this episode, if you are listening to this, will be released on Election Day, November 5th, 2024. And if you have not yet voted and are eligible to do so, please go to iwillvote.com, select your state, and find out where your polling place is. It's very important for you to vote. So,
If it's past
Colin,
6 p.m.,
Colin, you're
I'll
about to
see you later.
us.
Reed,
We are not sponsored by any candidate or candidates committee.
thank you.
Joke's on you.
Retweets
Ross
do
Perot
not
paid
equal
big money.
endorsements and all of
Pat
that stuff.
Buchanan.
Pat Buchanan.
I'm here on behalf.
Bus One's
I'm here
I'm
on
sponsored.
behalf
backed
of
by
vote-
Walter Mondale. Big
Vote
money.
yes for Jill Stein in Nevada.
All right.
The state might put her to death otherwise. We gotta vote yes on Jill Stein.
No Jill Stein.
Well, folks, looks like we've rolled into the station, so that's all the time we have. Thank you for listening to our show. If you enjoyed your ride on Bus One today, we'd really appreciate it if you told your friends about us. Also, subscribing or dropping a 5-star rating in your podcast player of choice would be super helpful. We are on all the social media sites at Bus One Trivia, and don't forget to visit us on Instagram or scroll down on Spotify to answer the audience question. You can write to us at hi@bus1trivia or join our Discord server. The link can be found at bus1trivia.com, where you can also check out our official merch. Before we go, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song, 5978, which is a certified banger. Thanks for riding Bus One. Don't forget to vote, and we'll see you next week.
Watch out for those airplanes.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, don't get stabbed by a politician.
Bye, everyone.
Or if you do, make sure you get on Wikipedia.
Okay, wait. So I'm